Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. My dear students, when you enter in class 9, you study so many new subjects, just like chemistry. So you will study chemistry for the first time. The best part of studying chemistry is performing chemistry lab, wearing lab coat for the first time, and working with so many new chemicals, colorful chemicals, and observing changes. So whenever you will perform chemistry practical, you will work with different chemical equipments. You should know the use of these equipments as well as their names. So in this video, you are going to learn the use of these chemical apparatus and their names. So I am Manaj Kamran and you are watching Explore Chemistry. So let's explore this journey of chemistry lab. So here we are going to discuss some apparatus. The most common apparatus is a beaker, which you will use in a chemistry lab. It is a cylindrical container used to store or sometimes mix and heat liquids in laboratories. Most are made of glass, but some can be made of other non-corrosive and heat-resistant material just like plastic or metals also. Beakers usually have a flat bottom and a lip around the top. You can see in this picture also. Beakers measure approximate volume of liquids. Therefore, they are having very poor accuracy. You can see over here also it is written 500 approx means this beaker contains approximately 500 ml volume of any liquid. It can be 495, 510. So this is approximate volume. Beaker comes in different sizes. There are so many sizes of beakers according to the use. Another apparatus is very common apparatus is conical flask. It is also known as Erlenmeyer flask or conical flask or sometimes titration flask. It is flat from the bottom, a conical body and a cylindrical neck. It is named after the scientists who have created this flask in 1860. Conical flask is used for chemical reactions or other purposes such as mixing, heating, cooling, dissolving, precipitation, boiling, as just like in distillation it is used for boiling or for volumetric analysis and titration. Conical flask measures approximate volume of any liquid. Here also you can see it is written approx, means it measures 250 ml of volume till this line, and this is approximate volume, not the exact volume. The most common use of conical flask is in titration, which is a chemical laboratory method used to determine quantitative analysis or concentration of any solution. This comes in different sizes according to the use. The next apparatus which you can use in chemistry lab is volumetric flask. This volumetric flask is having a flat bottom and a round body, and it is having a cylindrical narrow neck with a stopper at the top. It is used for precise measurement, therefore it measures accurate volume of liquid. For example, it is written 50 ml and there is a mark over here, so till this mark it measures 50 ml volume. It is used to make up a solution to a known concentration or known volume, or it is also used for dilution purpose. It is used to measure volumes much more precisely than beakers or conical flasks. Here you can see the mark is over here, so till here it measures 100 ml because this is 100 ml volumetric flask. It also comes in so many different sizes according to the use. The next chemical apparatus is reagent bottle, very important apparatus. This reagent bottle, also known as media bottle, and these are containers made up of mostly glass and sometimes plastic or borosilicate or related substances. It comes with a stopper. It is stopped by special caps or stopper. They are used in chemistry lab to contain chemicals in liquid or in powdered form also. It is used to store chemicals and it is kept in cabinets or shelves in chemistry lab. It comes in amber color also, which is brown in color. Also it is used to keep reactive chemicals which can be affected by sunlight. In this diagram you can see this is an example of amber colored or brown colored reagent bottle. It also comes in different sizes. In chemistry lab, it is kept or stored on shelves just like this. If you have entered any chemistry lab, you can see these reagent bottles over there. The next apparatus is round bottom flask. It is a type of flask having spherical bottoms. They are usually made of heat-resistant borosilicate glass. Round bottom flasks are used in distillation in chemistry as distillation flask and sometimes as receiving flask also for the distillate. Here in this diagram you can see the distillation of any liquid, how it can be used as distillation flask and as receiving flask. There are three types of round bottom flask. One with single neck, with twin neck or with triple neck according to the use or practical. Next apparatus is gas jar. It looks like a tube with a broad base and a broad opening. It is used with a lid. It is a container used for collecting gas from experiment. In this diagram, you can see this gas jar is inverted over here. From here, it is collecting gas. So, as its name indicates, it is used for collecting gas. Next apparatus is Woulfe's bottle. It is an apparatus consisting of a glass bottle with a number of separate openings. You can see here there are two openings in this bottle that can each be closed with the cork or left open. In this you can see it is closed with the cork. These bottles are used for passing gas through the liquid present in this bottle. For this purpose, a delivery tube can be fixed in cork. So, next apparatus is delivery tube. Delivery tube is a glass tube which is used to convert any liquid or gas through it. It is particularly useful for bubbling a gas from a gas cylinder or stoppered vessel through a liquid. These tubes can be molded in different shapes by heating according to its use. These are different shapes and different uses of delivery tube. It can be made in any shape because on heating it can be molded in any shape. So it is made in different shapes according to the use. Next apparatus is test tube, a very common apparatus in chemistry lab. It is widely used in laboratory apparatus, which is a long narrow glass tube with round bottom. Test tube is used to handle chemicals, especially for qualitative experiments, where you need to identify any substance present in a sample. These are convenient containers for heating a small amount of liquids or a small amount of solids with a Bunsen burner or a sprit lamp. There are no marking for volume of liquids on test tubes. So test tubes cannot hold exact amount of liquid. Therefore, they are used for qualitative analysis only, not for quantitative analysis. This is one of the use of test tube in laboratory. It also comes in different sizes. Next apparatus is test tube stand. It is also known as test tube rack. We need a test tube rack to hold all the test tubes upright, generally used when we need to put a solution for some time to analyze its result. It holds multiple test tubes at the same time. In this picture, you can see 6 test tubes it can hold with solution and 6 test tube it can hold inverted without solutions. It comes in different material, like this is an example of wooden test tube stand, this is metallic test tube stand, and this one is plastic test tube stand. It also comes in different designs and shapes also according to the use. Next apparatus is test tube holder. A test tube holder is used to hold test tube. It is used for holding a test tube in place when the test tube is hot or should not be touched with hands. For example, a test tube holder can be used to hold a test tube while it is being heated, like this. Next equipment or apparatus is china dish, very important apparatus. It is also known as evaporating dish. It is made of porcelain and it is thermally stable for heating purpose and glazed inside for easy cleaning. It is widely used for evaporation purpose in lab. You can see in the diagram. Next apparatus is watch glass. It is a circular concave piece of glass. It is used in chemistry as a surface to evaporate a liquid to hold solids while being weighed. It is also used for heating a small amount of substance and as a cover for a beaker and to prevent dust or other particles entering the beaker. The watch glass does not completely seal the beaker, so gas exchange is still possible. When used as an evaporating surface, a watch glass allows closer observation of precipitates or crystallization. These are some uses of watch glass. Over here it is used for covering beaker, for weighing some solid, or for watching crystallization or precipitation or evaporation process. Next apparatus is funnel. A funnel is a tube or pipe that is wider at the top and narrow at the bottom. It is used for guiding liquid or powder into a small opening. In chemistry, funnel is widely used for filtration purpose. Filter paper or some other material is placed in funnel and liquid is passed through it in order to separate solid or impurities from the liquid. In this diagram, you can see the use of funnel for filtration. Another apparatus is funnel stand. This funnel stand is usually made of wood, therefore it is also known as wooden stand. It is used for holding funnel while filtration. It has an adjustable funnel holder with it. It can move down, it can move up according to the use. Next chemical apparatus is filter paper. Filter paper is a semi-permeable paper. These are manufactured from cellulose fiber. It is used for filtration purpose to separate fine solid particles from liquids. For using filter paper is converted into a cone in this way. So from filter paper, any solid can or any liquid can easily pass and solid will remain over here on the filter paper. The liquid which will pass from here from filter paper, it will known as filtrate, and impurities or solid particle which will remain on filter paper, it is called as residue. The next chemical equipment is iron stand. Very useful, helpful apparatus in chemistry. Iron stand, also called as retort stand, clamp stand, ring stand or support stand. It is made of metal. The typical retort stand consists of heavy base, you can see here, with the vertical rod. A number of accessories such as clamps of various types and iron rings can be attached to the rod by thumb screw. You can see over here thumb screw with every accessory. At whatever height we want to attach these accessories, we can attach, and we can change the orientation of these accessories also according to our need and to support our Equipments. It is used to support different equipments like beaker, test tubes, flasks, etc. while on heating or performing some practical. In these pictures, you can see different uses of iron stand. So it is very useful equipment in chemistry lab. The next useful equipment is tripod stand. It comes in different shapes, but it is having three legs. So a tripod stand is a three-legged platform used to support flasks and beakers while heating. Tripods are usually made of stainless steel or aluminium or lightly built for portability within the lab. Tripods are generally tall enough for a Bunsen burner to be placed underneath over here. These are some uses of tripod stand. You can see it is taller than Bunsen burner and is used for heating purpose. The next equipment is wire gauze, which is used with tripod stand. It is a sheet of thin metal that has net-like pattern or a wire mesh. Wire gauze is placed on the support ring that is attached to the retort stand, or it is placed on tripod stand between the burner and the glassware to support the glassware, just like beakers and flasks during heating. Another apparatus is Bunsen burner. A Bunsen burner is named after Robert Bunsen, is a kind of gas burner used in laboratory apparatus, used as laboratory equipments. It is connected with the gas connection. It produces a single open gas flame and is used for heating, sterilization and combustion processes. If this Bunsen burner is not available, we can use spit lamps also in chemistry labs. Next apparatus is thermometer. A laboratory thermometer, which is also known as the lab thermometer, is used for measuring temperature other than the human body temperature. It ranges from -10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade and is made from alcohol and mercury. This red one is filled with alcohol, this silver one is filled with mercury. Laboratory thermometers are designed for lab purposes such as checking boiling point, freezing point or temperature of other substances just like this. Here you can see one of the uses of thermometer. It is used for determining boiling points also or melting points of any substance also. Another important apparatus is burette. A burette is a long graduated glass tube with a stopcock at its lower end and a tapered capillary tube at its stopcock's outlet. Here you can see this is the stopcock and capillary tube over here. It is used for delivering known volumes of a liquid, especially in titration. A flow of liquid from the tube to the burette tip is controlled by a stopcock valve. It has a scale on the side so that you can precisely measure the volume of the added solution. It measures accurate volume of the liquid due to its narrow body and these graduations on its body. It is mainly used for titration purpose for volumetric analysis, so that you can add the solution from here in limited volume or in calculated volume. Next apparatus is pipette. Pipette is narrow straw-like glass apparatus with a small pointed end. It is used for measures out and transfer small quantities of liquid in volumes of milliliters or sometimes microliters. Pipettes most commonly work by creating a partial vacuum above the chamber that holds the liquid and selectively releasing this vacuum to transfer liquids. From your finger, you can control the flow of liquid and you can create this vacuum or release this vacuum. Pipettes can be used with pipette fillers also sometimes, or it can be used by sucking through your mouth just like a straw. These are digital pipettes also, which measures very small amount in microliters, very small amounts of liquid. Next apparatus is graduated cylinder. It also measures accurate volume of any liquid. It is also known as measuring cylinder or mixing cylinder. It is a common piece of laboratory equipment used to measure the volume of a liquid. It has a narrow cylindrical shape. It measures accurate amount of liquid. Each marked line on the graduated cylinder represents the amount of liquid that has been measured. So if you have to measure only 2 ml of the liquid, you can fill this graduated cylinder till 2 ml. It comes in different sizes. Next apparatus is glass rod. It is also known as a stirring rod. They are usually made of glass, solid glass, about the thickness of slightly longer than drinking straw with rounded ends. A glass stirring rod is used to stir or mix solutions just like this. One of the main use is to scratch the side walls of glasswares just like beakers and to start the crystallization process in many experiments. Now next equipment is tongs. Laboratory tongs are large pincers for grasping and lifting vessels of heat-resistant materials used in high-temperature chemical reactions. Tongs differ in shape, are designed to pick up laboratory items including hot evaporating dish, beakers, crucibles, and other laboratory apparatus. So if any apparatus is hot, you can use tongs to hold these apparatus just like this. Next apparatus is spatula. In laboratory, spatulas are small stainless steel utensils. It is used for scraping, transferring or applying powders and paste like chemicals or treatments. Spatulas are also resistant to acids and bases and heat and solvents also, which make them ideal for use with a wide range of compounds. Another important apparatus is a dropper. Dropper is a pipette consisting of a small tube with a vacuum bulb at one end, you can see here, for drawing liquid in and releasing it a drop at a time. It is made of either glass or plastic. Dropper is used to transfer small quantities of liquid drop by drop. It also comes in different sizes according to the use. The next apparatus is fusion tube. These are just like small test tubes. Fusion tube is a very small glass tube used for holding a small amount of sample. It is used for conducting experiments such as the sodium fusion test or for finding the melting boiling points in which a small amount of the samples is to be heated precisely. Here you can see the example. This is an example of sodium fusion test. Next apparatus is capillary tube. These are also small tubes. It is very thin tube made of rigid materials such as plastic or glass. One end of these tubes are sealed, another end is open. These tubes are used to collect very small amount of samples for measuring melting point and for checking the capillary action of any liquid. They cause liquid to rise up inside them because they are very thin, just like capillary. They are also used in determining accurate boiling point of any liquid. In this diagram, you can see it is attached with the thermometer to determine the boiling point of any liquid. In this diagram, the sample is being placed for determining melting point. Next apparatus is digital balance. Laboratory balances, from a general standpoint, measure the mass of an object in the laboratory. They are used to measure solid, liquid, and tissues, just like this. Here you can see they have a wide range of uses in virtually any laboratory, including clinical, research, environmental settings, and in your chemistry lab also. Next apparatus is wash bottles. It is used to wash apparatus. A wash bottle is a squeeze bottle with a nozzle used to rinse various pieces of laboratory apparatus such as test tubes and round bottom flasks. Wash bottles are sealed with a screw top lid. When hand pressure is applied to the bottle from here, the liquid inside becomes pressurized and is forced out of the nozzle into a narrow stream of liquid. Most wash bottles are made up of polyethylene, which is a flexible solvent-resistant petroleum-based plastic. So, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon for my next video and like this video. Allah Hafiz.